My name is Razo, and cars are my life. I've been in this industry over 15 years, started when I was 11 years old. I actually learned mechanics through my uncle, who was a mechanic himself for the Harley Davidson. So I used to, at 11 years old, on summer vacations, I would be with him and help him, remove, tear apart engines, tear apart transmissions, rebuild them. Also with big trucks, big rigs, medium trucks, it's just something that was a calling to me. And of course, since then though, I did go to school, into college, and have always focused my life on vehicles. Summer is a season that your engine is really at its most vulnerable. Because of the extreme heat, not only that produces within the engine itself and the engine compartment, but also the heat on the outside drawing in can cause a lot of friction, a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle and fluids.
Hola, mi nombre es Estuardo. Lo que voy a hacer ahorita, voy a cambiar el aceite de motor a este carro.
One of the most important aspects, of course, is engine oil. You want to make sure that the engine oil is clean and topped off to the right specifications. You also want to make sure that your cooling system is working properly. Thermostat is opening up properly. You want to check your belts, your hoses, make sure that there's no damages within it, no dryness, no cracking. You also want to make sure that the battery is clean. Battery posts, you want to make sure that your AC is working properly, your tires are properly inflated, and that the tires have no dryness or cracking on it as well. You want to also make sure, especially for long trips, that your brakes are in good working order and in good shape. So the key elements within the summer of very important preventive maintenance is the brakes, the cooling system, the belts, the hoses, the battery post cleaning, the engine oil, and the tires. What we have here in this vehicle is we have the brake light that's on the dash, indicating that the brakes are low. We went ahead and checked them. We did see that the rear brakes are very low. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the caliper, and then we're going to be checking the brake pad's thickness and also the rotor, measuring the thickness of the rotor. We were able, on these types of calipers, they have a window of that we can be able to look through and actually see the thickness and the thinness of the brake pad. That's how we're able to indicate that the brake pads are low. So we see here, while removing the brake pads, we saw that it is about 15% remaining. Basically what that means is that the padding on the top of the bracket or the backing of the brake pad is extremely low, almost down to where there's almost no padding left. That's why it's being recommended. What we have here is a damaged boot on the axle shaft. Now the shaft is the part that links the transmission to the tire. It's what actually moves the wheel. The problem with this is that it's got a worn out boot that cracked, and of course grease has been leaking out. What we need to do is to verify that there is no damages to the bearings, the ball bearings within the joint itself. You should be receiving an option, whether to replace the shaft or replace just a dust cover boot after it's been inspected. A lot of times mechanics would want to push the sale of the whole shaft being replaced. In this particular case, all that needs to be replaced is just the boot, which is actually half the cost of replacing the whole shaft. It's very beneficial for the consumers to keep their vehicle maintained. It will help lower the cost in fuel. It'll bring less pollution, and it'll actually help you get to your destination safely.